To another video. This is the second video in my new series looking at favourite tracks and their influence on your desire for the album that the track is from, and why that album you consider to be 5-star or very good. So today I'm going to talk about a track, another 1980 album by Steely Dan called Gaucho, and the track I am focusing on is the opening cut, Babylon Sisters. And just a curio to this particular song, Becker, Fagan, Nichols and Katz, there in the recording studio of course, claim that they had to take 55 attempts to complete a satisfactory mix of the 50-second fade out on the track. Wow, gives some indication of how Becker and Fagan viewed this album as an album that they wanted to be almost perfect. Well, it's a real blast, and arguably it's probably the only catchy number on the whole record. A little bit of reggae tinged guitar in the background, atmospheric synths, a little injection of perverse decadence, and a powerful Babylon Sisters Shake It refrain. So the music starts off with a slow shuffle beat with piano intro, which sets up the mood of rest and relaxation extravagance, a real thrill. Fagan's expressive permissive vocal is addictive, leading to a horn surge as the female harmony chorus arrives, creating images of possibly a girly dance bar, a highlight before the trumpet oozes its way through the horn section. It's got a funky jazz beat that's awesome, and then there's that final flourish, and I'll say it again, you better shake it, baby. Drummer Purdue played the signature half-time shuffle beat on this particular track, which is very distinctive. Outstanding piece of music, and ironically, from the information that I obtained from Wikipedia, neither Fagan or Becker actually play instruments on this particular song. In fact, Becker doesn't appear at all on this song. But obviously Fagan is singing lead vocals and possibly a little bit of backing vocals as well. Becker at this particular time was having some rather troublesome personnel problems following his girlfriend Karen Robert Stanley dying of a drug overdose at his home at the beginning of the year. Additional musicians on this are an impressive array of student talent. They include Radney Becker on trumpet and flugelhorn. Tom Scott chips in on alto sax and clarinet and tenor sax. And Walter Kane is on clarinet, as is George Marge. And Rob Mountsai is responsible for the arrangements of the horns. Then we have Ron Grolnick on piano and clavinet. Steve Kahn plays the guitar. Chuck Rainey is in on bass for Becker. And as mentioned before, Bernard Purdie plays drums. And there's some nice percussion from Errol Bennett. Now to those magical harmony vocals taken care of by Patty Austin, Diva Gray, Gordon Grudy, Lanny Groves and Leslie Miller and Tony Wine. So there will be a slide of course of the personnel, so you can read that at your leisure, but that describes the musical content. We're now going to go on and have a look at the lyric. So firstly I'm going to read the lyric. There'll be a slide to it. I'll read it in total, it's not too long, so let's get started. Drive west on Sunset to the sea. Turn that jungle music down just until we're out of town. This is no one night stand, it's a real occasion. Close your eyes and you'll be there. It's everything they say, the end of a perfect day. Distant lights from across the bay. Babylon Sisters, shake it. Babylon Sisters, shake it. so fine, so young. Tell me I'm the only one. Here comes those Santa Ana winds again. Verse 2, we'll jog with show, folk on the sand, drink Kirschner, from a shell. That's some sort of cocktail, I believe. San Francisco show and tell. Well, I should know by now that it's just a spasm, like a Sunday in TJ. That it's cheap, but it's not free. That I'm not what I used to be, and that's love, not a game for thee. Then we have the chorus again, which bridges to, my friends say no, don't go for that cotton candy. Son, you're playing with fire, the kid will live and learn as he watches his bridges burn from the point of no return. And then the final chorus, Babylon sisters, shake it. Babylon sisters, shake it. So fine, so young. Tell me I'm not the only one. Then there's an instrumental break before we get that absolutely hypnotic outro. You gotta shake it, baby. You gotta shake it, baby. You gotta shake it. You gotta shake it. You gotta shake it. Lengthy lyric interpretation. Some of this I got off the internet, so it's not really all my own work, but I found it very interesting and I want to share it with you. First of all, the winds derive their name from the Santa Ana Canyon of Orange County, south of Los Angeles and near the city of Santa Ana. Of course, a lot of Americans who may be watching this will probably know that, but for us outside the US, this is really material that we won't know. Sunset Boulevard, 24-mile piece of road that runs through Hollywood and Beverly Hills on its way to the Pacific Ocean. And it's been associated with the movie industry, particularly studio lots, private celebrity homes, and that has existed for almost a century. Babylon's Sister is a biblical reference, really, to a fallen people, fallen women, fallen and degenerate lifestyles. Perhaps the song realizes he's the man the song is describing is getting too old for this shallow sort of experiences. But he's with his young girl on the Santa Ana freeway on his way to a three-way sexual encounter, maybe. It's cheap, but it's not free. Love is not a game for free. San Francisco show and tell is another sex reference. Cotton candy is nose candy, which in fact is a nickname for cocaine or a reference to a young girl. So fine, so young, tell me I'm the only one. This is a bit of a delusionary reference about relationships with free women or prostitutes. These women are so young he no longer has much in common with them. Turn that jungle music down. Yes, can't stand that music, but just full of lust. Baby, sister, shake it. It's no secret about indulgent rock lifestyles. And we mentioned a preference maybe that he has for fast women earlier. There's also some sadness and remorse and guilt in this lyric as he realises he's getting too old for these shallow experiences. But it's never stopped him before, as in a previous Dan song on the first album, Do It Again, which references addictions, compulsions, and repeating mistakes again and again. Babylon's Sisters, shake it. You gotta shake it, baby. You gotta shake it, baby. You gotta shake it. Oh, great lyrics, really. Poetry almost. And the Dan usually deliver in spades. Babylon Sisters is certainly an intimation that this refers to the twin cities of San Francisco and Los Angeles. The verses themselves are loose brushstrokes referencing decadence, from simply driving with loud music, blaring Sunset to the Sea to love triangles, and the inevitable reflections on what's gone down, watching his bridges burn. The chorus, absolutely brilliant, shake it. If it is two cities, of course, both cities are earthquake centres. So that's another food for thought. So fine, but they're beautiful and so young. They're very young cities, relatively speaking. And tell me I'm the only one. Another decadence reference, complete in the plain. So, released in 1970, it's not unreasonable to assume that this cheating spouse in his that he's a cheating spouse in his 40s. And we may also reference contemporary road radio as a jungle music. Okay, so that's my look at this particular album track. I constantly play this. I find it absolutely riveting, and it's certainly the best track on the album, and it's probably promotes this album to almost 5-star status. There are a lot of other good tracks on this album though, so you won't be disappointed if you check it out. So that's my look on Babylon Sisters.